What is going on, everybody? It's Jay, aka It's Ghost Story, back with another Phantom Parade showcase video, this time featuring Executioner YUTA Akotsu. And in typical, I guess you could say, new-gen Ghost Story showcase fashion, I've already done the clears before the intro itself, so I already have a general type of knowledge for how the character works. I will say, off of, I guess you could say, first looks, first impressions, he's really good, and he really reinforces the hybrid meta that I've been pushing to everybody. He's an attacker, he's yellow, he's hybrid, and he's here to stay. So let's just dive into the kit. First things first, we have consecutive slash. Okay, it's a pretty nice skill 1. It plays into Yuta's passive pretty well. It's a 2-hitting, high crit rate, large crit rate skill 1 that costs no cursed energy. It recovers you 5 CE and it also boosts your crit rate. It's going to play really well into your crit enhanced passive. Next is his skill 2, which is Cursed Energy Discharge. Okay, now this skill is very unique because it's a 40 CE AoE skill. Now, people may see 40 CE and be like, oh my goodness, that's like way too much. But you will see as we go into the runs, this is actually very easy to maintain on this character. 40 CE is a lot, especially for just like the grand scheme of the entire game. But this YUTA balances his cursed energy very well. Now this skill, despite the fact it's an AoE, it actually becomes stronger the fewer enemies that are on the field. So the more enemies there are, in quotation marks, the weaker the skill is. But let's think in the positive sense. The more enemies you take out, the stronger it gets. There we go. So we also have skill 3, which is Execution, which is going to be, I wouldn't say your main damage skill, because this is your main damage skill, but this is the skill that's going to like kind of make or break some of your runs. Now this is Execution, obviously. It gives you 15% break damage taken increase to the enemy for 3 turns. It also gives them a debuff for co-attribute for 3 turns. So it's a strong skill. It hits pretty hard, and obviously break damage taken increase is kind of like a staple for hybrid units, basically. Like you think yellow Mechamaru, you think green Nanami, you think red Mahito, you think blue Naobito. Break damage is just kind of a part of their whole gimmick, right? And he also applies 100% break damage increase to himself. So this skill is going to be something that you can kind of chew through bosses' break bars with. The only downside, tragically, is that it has a cooldown of 3 turns, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's okay. The cooldown isn't too bad. The only bad thing is that this is going to be like your main skill that does like crit outside of skill 1. Skill 2, in my personal experience, it doesn't like critting all too much. But then we have his ultimate. Now, his ultimate, he buffs himself with a damage dealt increase buff, which is very good. And he also has a high rate to crit, or a large rate to crit, during basically every single hit. Me personally, it is a mixed bag if Yuta wants to crit during his ultimate, but that's just me. He also applies a debuff during his ultimate as well. And he also ignores darkness status, which is good. I always bring this up every single time. Like when we get a new unit and they ignore darkness, it's phenomenal because you don't have to waste turns before doing major damage. On top of this, again, he applies another 40% damage dealt increase special effect to himself that comes from this ultimate, and it lasts 4 turns. Okay? And he also recovers 60 curse energy for himself. It has no limit. So you can break the max CE threshold that Yuta has of 160 and go beyond that. And this is really good because it loops into your heavy hitting 40 CE skill. And if you're running a alt loop setup, Yuta basically will never run out of cursed energy. So pretty good lineup of skills. Now next we have his RCT passive, and it's a pretty okay passive nonetheless. He doesn't heal like a ton, but there is times I'm like, oh wow, I'm really glad he healed right there, even if it was just a little bit. So if you have a teammate that has no more than 60% health, and Yuta has at least 15 cursed energy, which If you somehow manage to have less than 15 curse energy on this guy, you're probably in some unfortunate circumstances, trust me. But you'll be able to heal a teammate with the lowest remaining HP for 10% of their HP. And it seems really low, but trust me, there are times where this helps out a ton. It also obviously decreases his curse energy by 15, but just due to the fact that he's able to recover so much curse energy on his ultimate, this shouldn't be a problem almost ever. And he's also able to heal himself, right? So when he heals himself with reverse curse technique, he heals 20% instead. So teammates get 10, Yuta himself gets 20. But there is a gap period of 3 turns similar to execution. So, but I'll say this, having like, I guess you could say an infinite heal that just has 3-turn break periods is pretty cool, especially for a DPS unit. Now we have his crit enhanced passive. Some people hate crit enhanced passives. Some people love crit enhanced passives. I'm pretty mixed on them. You know what I'm saying? But this one's pretty good. So basically, when Yuta lands his first crit, he applies himself crit enhance, where the first crit enhance gives you a 37.50% Jujutsu and Taijutsu increase for 3 turns. Now, as long as you keep scoring crits and building up Yuta's passive, it will increase by 7.50% until your crit enhanced passive hits 8, which then this 37.50% becomes 90%. So, all in all, you'll have a pretty hefty damage increase to the side as long as Yuta is critting, which, again, if your luck is better than mine, he should be. He has 3 out of his 4 skills having a pretty large rate to crit, so hopefully. And again, whenever he crits, he recovers 10 CE for himself. So the only way you are really losing out on curse energy on this unit is by some really, really unfortunate circumstances. But thankfully, I have some runs set up for y'all for this Yuta showcase. Let's just dive into them right now. I'm just begging for crits at this point, man. Like, they always want to crit at the start of the run, but if I want them to, like, crit anywhere else. Yeah, y'all see what I mean? Like, they like Yuta. Like, I will never get my turn 4 ultimate, bro. Never. Not real. And you want to crit after you already have ult? Like, Yaga, come on, man. My Yuta's still not, you know what I'm saying? He's still not there yet, but we're trying. Yuta, what an interesting situation we got ourselves in. Yuta, you ain't gotta do much, man. You just gotta crit. And then we should get break right here. There we go. Okay, can we actually start looping? Can we start loop? Like, if we can really get the loops going here, that'd be nice. But I need my Yaga to crit. I need Yaga to crit. And Yuta, of course. Okay, Yaga crit. Very good. Okay, Yuta crit. Ooh. I don't even want to take the risk, man. We're doing skill 1. Okay, thank you, Yuta. Holy. Actually, boom. See, when everything works out, you know, there's no reason to be upset. Get countered. No crit, Yuta, please. Yuta, please. There's people watching. Oh, Shoko. Oh, we're not going to get ult off of that? I mean, we're probably going to get hit with an AoE anyway. It kind of doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, the mini frog got, like, obliterated out of reality? I didn't even notice that Yuta literally destroyed him. Easy as that. And we're approaching break territory. Listen, if we can go without Yuta and Yaga not getting stunned, like, we will actually have the perfect turn lined up. Oh yeah, literally the perfect turn lined up. And y'all will see why right about now. Excellent work, Yuta. Yo, I know my goat just had to lock in. You just had to lock in. You were trolling for a little bit. It's fine. And you know what? Can we finish it off with like the cool Yuta animation? Or is like Yaga gonna steal the show like on my calling games? Well, season 3. Nope. Aura. Oh yeah, Aura reigns overall. That is way better than the previous run I did. To really explain, hoping that my microphone is still working, not bringing Kaido with Yuta is the best method. Now hear me out. The reason why bringing Kaido is like worst case scenario is for one reason only, and it's because of reverse curse technique. Yuta and Shoko will go bar for bar trying to heal him, you'll get his heal out really, really late. Okay, as long as you're doing the alt loop strategy, you should be fine on Cursed Energy for majority, if not the entirety of your run. I did skill 2 on Kusakabe as like insurance, and I did have like a downturn, but at the same time, Kusakabe already had all of his buffs up, and he's only really here for his buffs. Like, yeah, his damage is cool, but the main man of the show is right here. And if you guys are wondering why I use Cursed Spirit School group, listen, man, mixed damage is all true, okay? Mixed damage is all true, and Yuta's base stats scale higher that way. So you'll get more bang for your buck, as you can see. And yeah, 17 turns for Yuta, which is really good because he's a mixed unit. I have, obviously on this channel, I've already done 14 turns with Zone G. So this impressed me already, especially with no CE from Kaida. So, and it also has like, well, it has an RNG factor that Yuji's run doesn't have. See, Yuji's run, if you want to get like a really good one, you need to have like a black flash pop before you go into ultimate. With Yuta, you just need to hope that he crits enough alongside Yaga where they can get their ultimates back to back. But once you get that ult into break, and then, you know, you have those 2 downturns and you can get ult back by the time the boss, you know, recovers its break bar, oh, it's fine. Absolutely wonderful. I am really pleased with this performance. Okay, come on. Come on. He can't live off a tick of health. Okay, please. Damage. Cook him. We cannot be serious right now. Alright, Maito, who you smacking, man? Go, Goat Yaga. I think there should be a Shoko heal. For sure is a Shoko heal. Okay. Okay, we got him actually at the appropriate threshold, so I don't think we have to eat 2 maximum meteors in a row. That's cool with me. I really didn't want to do that. Like, I'll be honest with y'all, the last thing I was interested in was 2 maximum meteors. To be honest, if we can go, like, without even getting hit by 1, that would be so comp. But we're not in that situation at the moment, sadly. Please don't stun. Oh, and YUTA gets stunned. What type of nightmare scenario is this? Oh boy, the Yaga hate is so real right now. Mahito ult, that's bad. When combo ult, please lock in. Ugh. God, that is like horrendous case scenario is the best way I could put it. That's really bad. Oh yeah, Joga, by next turn you are gone, brother. Oh, YUTA, if only if you like crit, man. Like, YUTA critting would be so tough. Oh yeah, we are protecting ourselves here. YUTA the GOAT coming in clutch when the RCT. The RCT is coming in clutch. We're at 12 right now. I mean, that's pretty good. I do want to get higher than 12 though. Wow, you are a very big fan of Urame. Mahito, I didn't know you were that big of a fan. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little perplexed that Mahito's that big of a fan. Now this is where Operation Exterminate Hanami is going to slowly come into play. And I mean very slowly. Excellent. We should get Mahito out maybe next turn, I believe. Oh yeah, we're hitting one of these. Yeah, because we're getting Mahito out of here. I'm not eating that ult. For sure not eating that ult. Well, I'll be honest with y'all, this is where the true fun starts to happen. This is where things get a little bit interesting. Oh, but the frostbitten status is kind of locking in for us though right now. Very good. Oh yeah, this is where things get pretty dicey. Thankfully, Urame's buffs are just very prevalent in the background, so it helps a ton. And this skill 3, you know, we'll give ourselves a pretty decent buff. Oh, Frostbitten. You gotta love seeing Frostbitten on the screen, man. Boom, boom. There we go. We're approaching. We're steadily approaching. Don't worry, y'all. We're almost there. We're almost there. Things are almost done. Trust the process. That frostbitten. That frostbitten. That's all, man. That frostbitten is so broken. Let's wrap it up this turn, hopefully. There we go. So, as it turns out, to make things work. Now, Yuta having an AoE skill too definitely helps a ton. It helps a lot. I also believe Urame's ability to frostbite the enemies, aka Mahito, Hanami, and Jogo, is really, really useful. As y'all saw at the end of the run, it basically made it so Hanami couldn't do all 4 of her attacks, even though she's the last one standing, which is very useful because the original reason why I believe floor 90 was so difficult to clear is that once you took out Jogo and Mahito, if Hanami still had a very large health bar, she would basically spam that CE reduction skill, where basically you would take turns building up no cursed energy, thus doing no damage, not being able to do your main DPS skills. Urame kind of bypasses that by making it so she can't do as many moves per turn when you build them up. So all in all, a pretty comfortable clear. You guys know I hate floor 90, but this only took 3 attempts. So I'm genuinely pretty glad that it didn't take that long. But at least you know the boy Yuta can get it done. So let's just get into the final unit review. Okay, final unit review. For this guy, he's definitely a lot of fun. Okay, and I feel like the mixed unit agenda is only getting stronger and stronger as days go by. With him, there is a lot of good, and there's only like a very minuscule amount of bad. And the minuscule amount of bad off rip is just the fact that he makes running our Kaido very miserable, alongside if you're using Shoko, because using Kaido as a sack unit, Yuta will heal him, and so will Shoko, right? So you'll basically make sack units borderline useless unless you're on floors where, for example, you can use off mono units and they can get like one tapped by the boss, so you won't have to worry about that RCT factor. So he benefits more off of just, okay, no sack unit, you just bring in the team and you just go. Or unless it's like floor 90 and like everybody gets body slammed anyway on that floor, so our Kaido's not making it out the first turn. This guy, he works in all content in the game currently. So if you pulled him, or if you're looking, towards pulling him, as it currently stands, all content currently in Phantom Parade that is yellow, he can do it with no problem. As y'all saw at A1, we were able to main DPS floor 90, we were able to main DPS floor 84, and one is a Jujutsu stage, one is a Taijutsu stage, and you were able to do it just fine. In fact, at A1, I was able to clear towards a relative level up to my Zone G clear. Now, here's the thing with Yuta, is that his kit, it kind of does a lot, in a sense, where you have, like, the big AoEs, you have the break damage they can increase, you also have a pretty strong ultimate that has a debuff attached to it as well, and he's a crit-based character. So he has a lot of things going on for him, and Yuta can either perform really well or he can perform really badly. It's just really up to how you build your team around him and what strategies you use to clear content using him. Because, for example, if you're on floor 84, you may struggle using hybrid rec bits on him, for example, due to, obviously alt loops being a thing in this game for hybrid units that work really well for them. Sometimes having that slower alt build gauge can make it so Yuta can't exactly snowball into his real damage. Because it feels like if Yuta has like a gap turn where he's not hitting, it feels like his damage falls off by a lot. So, off of first impressions of this unit, I still think he's really great. I feel like there's more that I can do with him. It's just the fact that the content in the game currently that exists feels like it wasn't made for him in mind. Now, obviously, the content that we're playing is half a year old at this point, and YUTA was released, very, very far after, the floors 81 through 90 were released. Like Blue YUTA was kind of like the staple unit to drop with that update. And Yellow YUTA's in a weird place because you can very much tell where a unit has a kit and it wasn't made with the current scope of content in mind. But he works really well in 90. He works really well in 84. I just feel like as content goes on for the game, he is going to be even more monstrous than what he currently is. And again, the mixed agenda is real. Being able to pull a unit and use a unit through every single area of content in the game, no matter what, is phenomenal. Especially for a unit like YUTA. A popular character. If you love him, you hate him, it's cool, it's whatever. Just accept the fact that even though you may have Zonji, even though you may have Sukuna, if a new player were to pick this character up, they would have a main DPS for every single floor in the game. Straight up. That goes for literally every single hybrid unit that gets added in the game, and almost every single hybrid unit that we know of, that's released in recent memory. Right? You have YUTA, you can use them on every single Jujutsu and Taijutsu floor. You have Nanami, you can use them on every single Jujutsu and Taijutsu floor. You have Mahito, you can use them on every single Jujutsu and Taijutsu floor. And you know what? We'll go even further. You have Naobito, you can use them on every single Jujutsu and Taijutsu floor. And to even reinforce the point even further, in the same color as Executioner YUTA, you have Mekamaru, who can do every single Taijutsu and Jujutsu floor. Not many players know that there are multiple floor 90 Mekamaru clear videos out there. The hybrid agenda is a very real thing. There's a reason why there is so many meta hybrid characters dropping. There are a lot of characters that are dropping that are just the answer for everything, and YUTA's just an addition to the answer for everything archetype of the game. So, will I say he's a must summon? No, right? If you have like Zonji, Sukuna, or even if you have like Toji, Sukuna, you know what I'm saying? Or even like, obviously Tinjo is still very valid, but like Sukuna's like that guy right there for Jujutsu damage, like specifically around general content. Obviously floor 90 is a very hyper-specific case, but YUTA is a great addition because again, he's future-proof. Every aspect of content in the game that releases, you'll be able to use them on. Unless they start incorporating, mixed damage cuts, which we've had floors 1 through 90. That has not happened yet, right? We've only had cuts to specifically Jujutsu or specifically Taijutsu, or they've had both of their stats cut, but they've never cut mixed damage in specific. So if you want my personal opinion, this unit is not only fun, he's not only great, but he's a unit that's worth investing in just due to the fact that if you are in lower content in the game, you don't lose anything. So if you do pull him, congratulations. If you're skipping him because you already have an established box, that's understandable. But nobody should be saying that this unit's bad by any means. When a unit has like the ability to cover every aspect of the game, there's no way you can be bad. So that's my personal opinions on YUTA. I'm still going to be making more videos on him throughout the week. We're going to be seeing him in almost all scopes of content in the game. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about YUTA. Have you been enjoying him? Have you been having fun using this unit? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord server. It's in the channel bio where I talk about Phantom Parade with everybody. So, thank you for over 2,000 subscribers. Also, thank you for the massive support on the summon video. I thought we weren't going to do as well because everybody loves watching me suffer. It seems like everybody enjoys watching me takes W's as well. So, taking a dub for everybody. Everybody loved it as well. Just as much as me taking it out. But it's been Jay. aka it's Ghost Story. But most importantly, I will be seeing you guys Later.